And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jersey Invitational. Our prime time session is just about to get underway. We just got done with our morning session. Our lifters put up a pretty heavy standard for these lifters to live up to, but there's one thing we learned from these lifters past is that they come through time and time again. We're going to start with a flight of 12 of our women and then head into a flight of 12 of our men. Referees and spotters and loaders are taking their chairs now. And then we will start the clock for Ismael Nunez. Bars loaded for Ismael, and we are underway. 107.5 on the bar.
Ismael is from Adelante Barbell Club, so pretty close to home.
237 pounds. Her best in a meet is 115 kilos, so we're not too far off of that to start out. And Ismael makes good work of her opener. 3 white lights. The lift is good. And we're going to head on to Ali. Oh, no. And we may have an issue with lifting cast here as we have one of our, there we go. Jen Frondelli.
Out of Resurgence Barbell.
.117.5 kilos, 259 pounds on the bar for Jen. Jen's got some fans in the crowd screaming for her early, and that's something we should expect all day today. All these lifters are very local. Obviously, all of them are New Jersey residents, but Jen, as Chloe alluded to, trains at a Resurgence, which is not too far from home. 259 on the bar for her opener. Remember, everything here today is done by dots, so pound for pound, best of the best. Smooth opener, 3 white lights.
Great squat for a 48 kg lifter.
Oh yeah, you know that's going to be competitive. Yeah, do not let the weight on the bar fool you here. Those lighter weight lifters will sneak up on you if you do. Camille Marin, 130 kilos, 286 on the bar.
She's been lifting for around 3 years.
Kevin Rice, her coach there, her coach and fiance. It's good to have somebody like that in your corner.
Great first lift. 3 white lights.
Up next, we're going to have Mara Rosenfeld, 135 kilos, 297 pounds for Mara for her opener.
She is also close to home as she lifts at Adelante.
Adelante's got some shooters. You know, you're going to see them rolling pretty deep. Adelante and Resurgence has got a couple people in here. Bars loaded for Mara. Mike Soya in her corner.
135 kilos, 297 pound opener. This is the best of the best in New Jersey.
She's been powerlifting for 10 years now. Really making a statement in New Jersey. You see her all over these meets.
That's a good opener. She's one that can really grind a squat.
And she gets a depth call from the front, so you'll notice at the bottom of our lights there's also a bar there that will have a color coordination there. Red card at the bottom indicates depth. So the front judge called her on depth, but you still get a 2-to-1 decision, majority rules. The lift is good. Heading on to Helena Wu, 135 kilos.
And she has also been lifting for around 10 years.
Got a couple veterans here today. A lot of veterans, a lot of young lifters.
Really proves the longer you stay in it, the better you obviously can get.
Yeah. Helena is coached by Brad Couillard, and if you're a powerlifting fan, you've definitely heard that name thrown around a bit. Brad, a big name in the sport. Today she's handled by Adrian out of Villain Strength. The Villain guys are rolling deep in New Jersey. You're going to see them all over the place today.
Her best squat is 152.5, so she's not far off. Definitely can reach that.
Bars loaded, 297 pounds for Helena Wu.
Helena Wu, 135 kilo opener.
And very smooth opener. 3 white lights, the lift is good. Up next, we have Kate Cohen, and I mean, what can you say about Kate's resume? Multiple-time national champion, one of the best pound-for-pound lifters. She's your reigning 48-kilo national champion this year, really showed out at nationals. And someone who's been doing it for so long, knows what she's doing. 14 years in the sport. Trains at Iron Revolution. 137.5. Her best in a meet is 142.5, so we're not far off of that. And she had the highest dots coming into this meet out of any of these competitors on the women's side. All she has to do is execute today.
Looks good.
And the national champion showing us what she's here to do today. Maya Vander Linden up next. Opening up with 147.5, 325 pounds. In her corner, we have Colleen Donahue handling her for the day. Bars loaded for Maya Vander Linden. Yeah, you're going to expect that. Expect a lot of that out of her today. She's a very energetic lifter, and she brings it to the platform. 325 pounds on the bar.
Smooth attempt.
And 2-to-1, the lift is good. She got a red card for depth. The spotter's got to stay.
2-1 lift is good.
That's what they got to do. The depth we're looking for is hip crease below the top of the knee joint.
Now we have Marissa coming up with 160, big squatter. She is out of Resurgence Barbell. Our dogs are actually friends. Just met her the other day. Looks like a good opener for her.
352 pounds. The lift is good. Up next, Jennifer Bednarz. 358 pounds, 162.5 kilos. Another Resurgence barbell lifter. Telling you they're rolling deep.
358 pounds.
Coached by Sean Collins.
He's got a few lifters here today.
That's a good looking squat opener for Jennifer. And the lift is good, 3 white lights. Up next we have Angel Huang out of Hammer Forge Strength. Coached by Jake Karboski. Angel hasn't been doing this for very long.
Not at all.
It's been about a year and a half maybe, and you just see the total go up consistently throughout the years. And it's so impressive what a young lifter, you know, chronologically outside of the platform, but a young lifter on the platform as well. She hasn't been doing it for very long. So amazing to see what a young lifter can do in such a short amount of time. Your reigning junior national champion in the 75 kilo weight class, opening up with 391. And just makes it look so easy. 3 white lights for Angel Huang.
Next we have Kimura Peak opening with a whopping 210 kilos.
$463 for Kimura.
An insane opener. She's someone who's really fun to watch. She's been doing this for a while, and she's just someone who I've looked up to.
Is that Keith
with
handling her?
squat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Keith's a great coach too.
210 kilo opener, 462 pounds.
As Coach Keith looks on to his lifter, opening up with some big weight, 463.
Good opener.
And the lift is good. Back to the top of the flight with Ismael Nunez. 112 kilos, 248 pounds. Coached by Lorenzo Tomasello. Bars loaded for Ismael.
This is 2.5 kilos off of her breast squat. Great second attempt there.
Yeah, it looks like a PR might be on the board for her for the third attempt. 3 white lights as Ismael makes great work of it. And we head on to Jen Frondelli. 281 pounds, 127.5 kilos. Bars loaded for Jen.
believe she's been doing this for a while as well.
She's taking her time with her setup, and that's always a good strategy to use. You know, most people get the squat command with about 40 seconds left on the clock. There's no need to rush yourself out there. Nice deep squat from Jen. And the lift is good. Camille Marin up next. 140 kilos, 308 pounds. Taking a 10-kilo jump from her opener.
And 5 kilos off of her best lift.
Said she wants to give a shout out to her family who's supported her every step of the way and continue to be her biggest cheerleaders. And makes it look real good. Believe it was a good lift. We're waiting on the referee's signal, but from our end, looks all good. Up next, we have Kate Cohen, 142.5 kilos, 314 pounds for Kate. And this matches her best in a meet if successful. So someone who's already got a very high dot score, the highest out of the women coming into the meet, setting a PR or matching a PR on your second attempt really sets the standard for how the rest of this meet might go for her. You know, when you have a lifter like this who's been doing it for so long, who's been successful for so long, has traveled over the globe, and you see her in the warm-up room, there tends to be a little bit of an intimidation factor. And when she goes on the platform and she's hitting lifts like this, matching her PR on her second, it adds to that. The heads turn when Kate Cohen gets on the platform.
That's a good lift.
And it looks like she's got more in the tank, too. She's come to play today.
Next we have Mara. She's going for 142.5, which is 315 pounds.
She caught a depth call from the front judge on her first attempt, but it was still a 2-to-1 decision. Typically, you don't see it just from the front judge because it's usually the hardest angle. So I wonder if she'll be thinking about that here as she comes onto the platform, or she'll just lift as normal, because anytime you get a depth call, it sticks in your head a little bit.
Definitely.
Nice controlled squat there. And 2-to-1, the lift is good. She gets depth from the side here. But again, 2-to-1 is good. It's definitely close. As we head on to Helena Wu. .145 kilos, 319 pounds. Taking 10-kilo jump from her opener. Around 22-pound jump.
And this is 7.5 kilos off of her best.
So last year we had Rising Tide in June of 2024, which very similar meet, basically ran the same exact way. It was rebranded this year, and Helena says that was her favorite meet because that was her breakout meet. And I remember refereeing that session, and she definitely brought it. She definitely killed it. And she gets 3 white lights there, puts the lift on the board.
Looks like that PR might be there.
Yeah, I would really like to see her keeping this streak going of a good stretch of good meets. Next, we head on to Maya van der Linden. So you'll see the technical controller stop her there before she goes out onto the platform. And the reason for that is she was adjusting her wrist wraps. The only thing that you can adjust on the platform is your belt. The reason for that is the technical controller has to make sure that everything else is within standard of what can be worn on the platform. So for example, the wrist wraps can only be worn a certain length up the wrist. The belt can be worn wherever as long as it's around your waist. So that's why you can adjust that on the platform. So Maya gets set up, 341 pounds for her second attempt.
What a grind.
Yeah, she had to fight that one out. And the lift is no good on depth. So she gets a depth call from the front and the side. Close call.
You don't want no lift on damn. I got one more attempt.
Retake it, or
Yeah, it moved pretty good. She's going to have to drop it lower, though. 170 for Jennifer Bednarz. 374 pounds. Five kilos off her best squat here.
that's a good spot.
Oh yeah, 3 white lights, and it looks like that PR could be on the table here, but always remember, you gotta make sure you build the best total. If you get too greedy, you could put yourself out of a meet like this, especially where there's so many good competitors and so many things that could shake up later on down the road. You get greedy looking for that extra 2.5 kilos on a lift, and you could miss out on 7.5, 5 or 7.5 because you jumped too heavy. Now you missed a whole lift.
And that could be the difference between you winning and then coming in fifth.
Yeah, and when there's a big fat paycheck on the line.
Definitely have to be smart.
Yeah. Marissa Akeda Ayeki. 374 on the bar.
Smooth squat.
2 to 1. It is good.
You don't want to let this go.
413 pounds, 187.5 kilos.
She lifts out of Wolf Fitness in Northfield.
Shout out South Jersey. Shout out Wolf Fitness. Northfield. Travis Napier, who runs Iron Plus Productions. It's his hometown. He's back here shaking his head at that one. 187 on the bar for Angel Huang.
This shouldn't be too hard for her either.
Approaching PR territory for her. She's 192.5 is her best. Oh, yeah.
I think she'll be able to hit that.
192 is definitely there. 192.5 is definitely there, but 195, you're thinking about it when you're heading to the scorer's table.
But once again, with these meets, you got to be smart.
Yeah, I think 192.5 is the right call. We'll see what she decides to do and Coach Jake decides to do. Her training has gone very well.
Yes.
I've seen it in the gym. It's looked amazing. It's like she hasn't missed a stride. But again, you got to get those lifts on the board. As we head on to Kimura Peak, closing out second attempts with a big squat. Looks like she's going to ditch the wrist wraps here. Interesting move. I wonder what's on her mind with that one. You know, on squat, wrist wraps don't really aid the lift too much. It more just like kind of eases the pain of the wrists from going low bar because you put them at a weird angle. So it shouldn't affect the strength. It might affect how comfortable she is under the weight, though. 479 pounds, really approaching that 500-pound mark. Yeah, she is bit of a high bar squatter here, so her wrist should be fine.
Looks like better than her first.
Oh, yeah. That's a powerful squat right there. 3 white lights.
Definitely excited for that third attempt.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be a problem. Back to the top of the flight for third attempts. Ismael Nunez making a 2.5 kilo jump. Very safe call. Coach Lorenzo Tomasello making the safety calls. 253 on the bar.
And this matches her best squat.
So it's something she's done before, something she knows she can hit, and sometimes that extra confidence can do you well. Yeah, that was a nice fight. It looked like she got nice and deep from our angle. And, of course, 3 white lights starting off this meet strong. Heading on to Jen Frondelli. 132.5 kilos, 292 pounds for Jen. Bars loaded. You know, John DeLassio, our state chair in New Jersey, put together this meet to really showcase the amount of talent that there is in New Jersey. And I think he's doing an incredible job at it because some of these lifters here today are national champions and everybody's super competitive with each other.
Yeah.
And it really shows, like, even within such a small state of New Jersey, they put out great products here.
Like a good spot.
Oh, yeah, and the crowd is loving it.
Great third attempt.
3 white lights, 292 pounds. The lift is good. Kate Cohen up next, going 145 kilos, making the safe call. 2.5 kilo jump from her second attempt, which was a matched meet PR for her. 319 pounds. And I like taking the safe route for her.
Yeah.
I feel like she sits pretty comfortably in first. All she has to do is execute.
And I feel like when you've been doing the sport for this long, just adding 2.5 kilos on your total is impressive.
Yeah, you see those diminishing returns happen after a while. It's inevitable for anybody. And for her to hit a PR 14 years into her career, staying at such a light body weight, you know, 52 kilos. I believe she was 48 kilos at Nationals where she won. It truly speaks to what type of lifter she is.
Looks good.
And she's got it. 2-1, the lift is good for Kate Cohen. The national champ event is here to play. To the young guys in the sport, the ball is in your court.
Next up, we have Camille with 147.5.
This is a 2.5 kilo PR for Camille. Almost 2 years in the sport, so still a young training age for her. And just a little too much for her, but she's still all smiles on the platform. Mara Rosenfeld up next with 150 kilos, 330 pounds. She's got a depth call from the front and then from the left side as well on her first and then her second. Both were 2-1, so she's both been getting them on the board. But then again, it begs the question, does that mess with your head or not?
doesn't seem like it for her, as she is going for a PR.
Yeah, and she seems pretty loose out there. 2.5 kilo PR for Mara. Another lifter that competed at Rising Tide last year where she went 9 for 9. Oh, and it's just a little too much for Mara. Good job to our spotters and loaders. And we move on to Helena Wu, making another 10 kilo jump from her opener.
Which is another PR attempt, which is 2.5 kilos.
Bars loaded for Helena Wu. And we mentioned Rising Tide a couple times. She was actually the first place winner at Rising Tide last year. And she mentioned that being her breakout meet. It for sure was. Here to reclaim her throne this year.
It's a good grind.
And what a fight. She's here to play. 3 white lights, the lift is good. We may see a battle here come deadlift time.
Here we have Maya reattempting her 155 kilo.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Like we said, you need to get the lifts on the board. You go heavier and you could be missing out on 7.5 kilos. It goes on your total. 341 pounds for Maya. Gets it up.
Looked close, but we'll see what the judges say.
Yeah, another 2-to-1 call for Deb.
Give her a applause.
She's well within reach. Jennifer Bednar is up next. 385 pounds, 175 kilos.
Which matches her personal best in a meet.
She says her favorite meet she's ever competed in was 2019 Raw Nationals, which many people would say is the greatest USAPL meet of all time, or even greatest powerlifting meet of all time. It was just so well ran, the stars were out, and she happened to be one of the stars competing. Great memories in Lombard, Chicago, where we're actually heading back to this year. And I'm sure she'll be there as well. 385.
Looks like a good squat.
Very
That's a good
smooth.
third attempt.
Never in doubt. 3 white lights.
Here we have Marissa going 177.5.
2.5 kilo PR for her. Another Sean Collins coached lifter. Been a USA powerlifting member since 2014. 177.5 on the bar. Yeah, great grind, way to stay with it. 3 white lights. Angel Huang up next, 192.5 kilos. This is what we saw on her second. We said she should definitely go 5. Stay in the meet, keep building the total. 192 is the safer call for her here.
She's definitely being smart about it.
Yeah. Taking her time with the setup here.
There we go.
Yeah, great grind from Angel, and 192.5 is successful, matching her best squat in a meet. And we get a little show here to finish out the women's flight. 227.5 kilos, 501 pounds for Kimura Peak. And you know it's a heavy lift when we got to call 5 spotters onto the platform.
You can hear the crowd getting behind her on this
Yeah,
one.
everybody is on their feet for this one.
You don't see this too often.
Kimura Peak, oh, just a little too heavy, but she gave us a show. She gave us something to get excited for. Still gets 479 on the board, which is some serious weight.
Still respectable.
And we head on to our men's flight, and we're going to see some drama here today. There's a lot of close lifters, and we're going to start off with Joey Beerley, who has taken some time off of this sport. I know his last time competing was in Memphis at Raw Nationals back in 2023, where he actually never got to finish the meet. He got hurt in the middle of it. But Joey making his return to the platform. He's somebody who's been a New Jersey lifter, a New Jersey native for a while, and always a threat to go over 500 dots. Joey Beerley making his return to the platform. Let's see if he's still got it. 452 pounds on the bar. Coached by Big Jim Weiss.
Speedy first attempt.
If that's any indication for how today's going to go, I would say Joey Beerley is back to play. Paul Lazaro up next. Bars loaded, 468 pounds for the lifter who trains at the War Room here in New Jersey.
Also not too far from here.
Says he wants to give a shout out to Rutgers Powerlifting, where it all started. And you're going to see a lot of Rutgers Powerlifting members, and they really shaped the mold of what New Jersey powerlifting has come to be over the years. They were the spotting and loading crew for the longest time for every single New Jersey meet. As he gets 3 white lights. And you see Ryan Schilling, our back spotter there. He's kind of what revolutionized Rutgers powerlifting. He's done a great job, and you know, we really appreciate the Rutgers crew. And we head on to Carlo Laquera. 222.5 kilos, 490 pounds. I remember back at New Jersey States in 2023, or it was 2024, I announced the live stream for him, where that really felt like his breakout meet. We really didn't know who he was beforehand, and then all of a sudden this guy's throwing around some serious weight, and now it seems like the weights that he was hitting for third attempts then are his openers now. Carlo has really blossomed into this sport, and you see how well built he is for this sport. He's so comfortable underneath the bar. And the lift is good, 2-1 for Carlo. time we got over 220 kilos on the bar, we need to have a fifth spotter in there. And we're going to head on to Peter Huang, who really has ran the USAPL for a while. He did come up to me and tell me that he's nursing an injury, so don't expect anything too crazy, but he's a lightweight lifter.
He could still be very competitive in this
Oh, yeah.
meet.
He could be hurt and still get top 3. He's multiple-time national champion, Pro Series champion, Rising Tide champion last year. What can't you say about him?
He's just very easy to cheer for. Still looks like a good squat.
It looks good. Looks a little uncomfortable out of the hole, though. And got to touch base with him about what that injury is. He only passed me very quickly and mentioned it. But nonetheless, great lifter. I'm still expecting good things. He told me not to gas him up today. I'm still going to do it. I expect good things. Ryan Johnny. Also a coach himself. £518 for Ryan's opener.
That's an easy opener.
Yeah, that looked like a warm-up. It was over before you knew it. Sebastian Santa Cruz up next with 529 pounds. Bars loaded. Martin Juarez, our technical controller there, did a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner on the violin. Anyone who knows Martin knows he's an incredible violinist. And actually a meet director himself, manager over at Quad Strength Systems in Woodbury, New Jersey. 529 for Sebastian Santa Cruz. And 3 white lights, easy
Looking really
lift.
stable.
Devraj Roy, or as you may better know him, the powerlifting professor, a coach himself. You'll see him all around these New Jersey meets. You'll see him at nationals. Trains at Impact Zone, where our state chair, John DeLassio, hosts plenty of meets throughout the year. He's been a USAPL member for 9 years. True veteran in this sport. 556 pounds for his opener. Oh, yeah.
Easy opener for him. He's got a wide stance.
Yeah. Ronaldo Robinson up next, 622 pounds. Bars loaded for Ronaldo Robinson. He most recently competed at Nationals, and he made a pretty good statement there. He's kind of been a breakout athlete recently. 622 for his opener. Oh, yeah. Just throwing around 622 pounds. The lift is good. And this next lifter, Ronald Beedling, if you were to go into a lab and build a person to be a great squatter, this is how you would build them. You watch how straight up he is in the hole and how comfortable he is under a bar. And you're like, that's a good squatter right there. 628 opener for Ronald Beedling. coached by Lorenzo Tomasillo, who's handling quite a few lifters today. He's self-employed. He owns his own security and networking company. Pretty good security to have when he's squatting 628. Just like
upright.
a piston out of the hole. So comfortable underneath the bar. The lift is good. As we head on to Devin Tran. Devin recently competed at Nationals, and he said it really wasn't the meet he was expecting, but you know he's always a threat for that top spot. He's such a strong lifter, such a strong squatter, and it feels like he's only gotten better over the years. He's been powerlifting for 7 years, since 2018.
And he's also out of quad strength systems.
We've seen him squat 720 in the gym. I wonder if he'll get anywhere near that today. Another lifter who's just so comfortable underneath the bar. Nice looking opening attempt. A little sticky out of the hole, but
Almost
nonetheless
like
drives it up. Devontae Andrews up next. 639 pounds. Nice looking squat from Devontae. The lift is good as we head on to another name that we're going to be talking about quite a bit today. George Noma. One of the biggest squatters you'll see, especially at a body weight of 90 kilos. You know, this is a DOTS-based meet, and his last 4 meets, he's hit a DOTS PR. His most previous meet, he didn't hit a total PR, but he was much lighter, so he hit a big DOTS PR, and he's someone who just hasn't stopped over the years. A threat to squat over 700 pounds every day.
Easy squat for George.
Yeah, he always makes those openers look so easy. As we head back to the top of the flight with Paul Lazaro. $496 pounds for Paul, making a 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Taking a while to come out on the platform, but as soon as you get that bars loaded call, you have 1 minute until you get the squat command. So as soon as you get the squat command, that timer doesn't matter anymore. Squat command is just permission to start the squat and that the timer doesn't matter. So he's still got 25 seconds, which is a long time.
Plenty of time.
And he's going to replace the bar here.
Looks like
He's only got 7 seconds,
Yeah.
so now the time becomes an issue. And yeah, he's not going to get it out of the rack. And unfortunately, he's going to time out. That's going to be a no lift. I wonder what happened there.
He might have set his feet too wide, but it almost looked like he wasn't able to stabilize himself there.
Yeah, he wasn't even able to put it into the rack himself. So you have to think it's something like that. As we head on to Joey Beerley making a 20-kilo jump. And this is a common strategy I've seen with Joey, and not only himself, but the way he coaches his own lifters. They open up very light, and they take huge jumps. Even the younger, oh, that's so nice. He's got his kids in the crowd. That's got to be a good feeling, a little bit extra motivation as the family watches anxiously. But, yeah, they take huge jumps. Interested to see what he'll do for his third. 496.
Still very easy.
Yeah, it looks like he has a high hip, but still gets the 3 white lights. I'm so excited for him to be back on the platform. He's somebody who's definitely needed within USAPL powerlifting. Carlo Blaquera up next, 507 pounds.
Very calm lifter.
Yeah, it feels like Carlo's one of those lifters that's never going to slow down. The progress has almost been as close to linear as you can get in this sport.
And especially at that body weight, very impressive.
Yes. At some point, you expect those gains to start slowing down like we spoke about with Kate Cohen earlier, but it just has not been the case. 507 for Carlo. 2-1 again. He got a blue on the same side. He got a blue on the other. It's an indication that he gets a solid. So watch his right knee. I see the balls. So the lift counts as we head on to Peter Huang. £523 pounds. 237 kilos. Again, he said he's nursing an injury today.
And I believe he just did the power build meet, the 5K meet.
He definitely did. Yes, I remember seeing that.
Not too long ago.
It was a push-pull 5K.
Yes.
And we did see his numbers a bit down then. So I wonder if this, oh, he gets 2 depth calls. One from the front, one from the side.
Still not too hard.
No.
So we'll see what he decides to do on his third.
He did admit on his Instagram that he's been running more than lifting recently.
100%, yeah.
So that could have an effect on all this too, and it honestly could have had an effect on the injury because when you're throwing around as much weight as he is, it becomes a toll.
And I think he lost weight as well.
Yeah, there's only so much the human body can take. Ryan Johnny, 551 pounds.
He's a
Nice
speedy
and easy.
squatter.
Sebastian Santa Cruz taking a big jump, 15 kilos here. $562 for Sebastian Santa Cruz. Nice looking second attempt from Sebastian. The lift is good. You know, one thing about today, we haven't seen many misses. We've seen a couple, but we haven't seen many. And powerlifting is better when these lifters are hitting their lifts. And it just becomes so much more competitive. And towards the end, you're going to start seeing a lot of changes in third deadlifts where, you know, the competition really opens itself up when powerlifting happens this way. This is what the crowd wants to see. Devraj Roy, 589 pounds. the powerlifting professor, take us to class. Nice looking second attempt. 2 to 1.
He might still have another 10 in him.
Up next, we have Ronaldo Robinson with 655 pounds. Huge squat for a 100-kilo lifter.
Is he new to the sport?
Fairly new. Broken out a lot recently.
Looks like by the t-shirt, he's also coached by Dak, who also had somebody in the first session as well.
Yeah, and Dak's a New Jersey native too, so you're going to see a lot of his lifters at these Jersey meets.
A smooth second attempt.
A lot of strong guys as well. And Ronald Beedling, 300 kilos, 661 pounds for his second attempt. Approaching PR territory here. He said he wants to give a shout out to his wife Tiffany for giving him the time to train and come out and compete. They say it takes a village, and Ron can squat a whole village on his back. 661. Incredible. Incredible. 3 white lights for Ronald Beedling.
Next up, we have Devin Tran with 305 kilos.
672 pounds for Devin. Oh yeah, he looks comfortable. You can always tell a lot about a lifter by the way they walk out onto the platform. And you're going to see a lot of it today where these lifters just look so comfortable walking out, so comfortable underneath the bar because they've got so much experience. You know, you had to qualify to be here. You had to be invited to be here. And you don't really get those shaky lifters here, you know? They're all comfortable on a big stage because they've all been there before. Oh, and just a little too much for Devin Tran, and that leaves a decision up for him for his third attempt. What do you think? Do you reload that or do you scratch?
I would scratch, but you never know on the lifter. Maybe something went wrong that we don't know, but I would scratch it personally to save energy for deadlift.
Yeah, it's such a close meet where, you know, you try to gain these extra couple kilos on squat, and you could end up hurting yourself for deads where you could have had something a little bit more where it matters a lot.
Here we have George Noma with 310 kilos.
683 pounds, second attempt for this 90-kilo lifter.
Not much of a struggle there.
3 white lights for George, and you know, George is a powerful squatter. That moved a little bit slower than I expected out of him. So I wonder what the strategy is going to be here for him and his coach Jake, considering I feel like he's in the driver's seat for this meet. With Peter being sidelined or somewhat sidelined due to an injury, it opens the door wide open. So I feel like the safe call would be something around 317, 315. We'll
Yeah.
see what they decide to do, as Devontae Andrews is going to match that himself, 310 kilos, 683 pounds. And remember, placing is huge here because there's payouts for first, second, and third. First place gets $1,350. Second place gets $1,000. Third place gets $700. So you make one mistake that puts you from first to second or first to even third, you're talking a couple $100 that you're taking out of your pocket here.
He's another squatter that just stays so upright.
Oh yeah, he's real comfortable in the hole, real comfortable under the bar, and that's so important too for a lift like this, because if you offset yourself a little bit, you could be causing so much damage throughout the squat, where training even just becomes a toll, you know?
Yeah. We have Devontae Andrews with 300. We have Paul Lazaro with 225 kilos.
496 pounds. Still waiting on Lifting Cast to update, but this is Paul Lazaro here.
That's a good third attempt.
Yeah, that was real good. It looks good from here. We're probably not going to get the lights as we wait for Lifting Cast at our ticker at the bottom of the screen to update. And it seems like the referees are noticing that now as he's looking over. But we're going to head on to Carlo Blaquera, 237.5 kilos. $524 pounds. And there we go, we're back up. Carlo tries to fight it out, but can just not get it. And a great catch from our spotters and loaders. They have to walk such a fine line when to catch it and when to let it go, because you don't want to catch it too early, because now you get a spotter interference, and you don't want to catch it too late, because then they're sinking down into the hole and you might be fatiguing them a lot for deadlifts, or even worse, they could get hurt. So very quick catch by the spotters and loaders. It's a great crew. It's a very experienced crew. So we head on to Joey Beerley once again, taking a 12.5 kilo jump, a little bit more conservative than before, but still aggressive for a 75 kilo lifter. 523 pounds. Three white lights, and Joey Beerley's back. It looks like he had some in the tank.
Here we have Peter. He still went up to 240 kilos.
Yeah, he missed his second on depth. It was a 2-to-1 call. Comfortable enough to at least bump it 2.5 kilos. And this is big. You know, we talk about the battle for the dots and the first place, but there's a lot of pride that goes into powerlifting. And one thing you got to think about is the inner weight class battles. And with Joey Beerley having a good day, could he push Peter Huang to be the best 75 kilo lifter on the day?
He could.
And if Peter misses this, doors open for Joey. Peter makes it look really good. 529, 2-to-1, the lift is good.
That looked a little more like Peter's normal squats, a little more stable at the in the hole.
And the thing about Peter is his squat is very strong. Don't get me wrong. But the real shine comes later in the meet with his bench and his deadlift.
Yeah.
He's such a strong bencher and such a strong deadlifter. So the squat is almost like a preview what to expect for the day. The bench is a little bit more of a taste of it, and the deadlift is the death punch. Ryan Johnny, 584 pounds for this 82.5 kilo lifter.
Easy third attempt.
Yeah, that looked nice and deep from Ryan, and 3 white lights. Very technically sound squatter, and that's something you tend to expect out of a lot of these coaches, because while you may have your coach yourself, you're also self-coaching at the same time. You know, you're always tweaking, always perfecting, and he's leading by example today. Sebastian Santa Cruz coming up, 589 pounds.
Good grind for the third. Depth looked good to me.
Yeah, great fight. And 2-1, the lift is good for Sebastian. Got a depth call from the side. I don't know. I think that's a good lift.
I thought it was too.
Devraj Roy up next. Powerlifting professor. Handled by Lazaro Alvarez from Villain Strength. 611 pounds. Devraj recently broke the 500 dots mark at New Jersey State's earlier in the year, which was held at this same venue, so he's lifting on comfortable property here. 10 kilo jump from his second. And the lift is no good. You got a red on one side and a blue on the other. That's going to be depth and a soft knee.
I think I did see the soft knee on the one side.
Yeah, and the depth did look a little high. Yeah, definitely a soft knee on the right. It's a good catch by the referees. Ronaldo Robinson up next, 666 pounds. 302.5 kilos, and the crowd's loving it. They're getting into it as we come to a couple of our final attempts here. And what a fight from Ronaldo Robinson. Gets the rack command, and the lift is good. 3 white lights. And he's somebody we got to watch out for later in this meet.
Yeah.
So we had this discussion about Devin Tran, whether he was going to scratch or not. It looks like he's going to come out for this third attempt. 305, he reloads it. What are we thinking here?
I think he might get it. I mean, he looks like he's confident. If he's willing to try it again, there's got to be some sort of confidence in him.
That's right. Sometimes you just set yourself wrong, and a failed squat can fatigue you a lot, but that doesn't mean it's not possible.
And he is a squat specialist, so he might need every kilo he can get.
It's very true. And when you're taking a 17.5 kilo jump, this could be the difference between 17.5 kilos on your total and
Exactly.
not. You might be thinking it's better to air it all out on squats than shoot for the stars on deadlifts later. Let's see if this move pays off for him. Nice shoe game, too.
like he's able to grind
Just like that, he fights it out. 3 white lights, great call.
Might have just been a technical difficulty on the second one.
Most likely. Ronald Beedling up next with 689 pounds. And this will be a meet PR for him. This is a 2.5 kilo PR, and he looks locked in. This is where he shines. He's such a good squatter. And if he hits this, he might be able to sneak into that top 3. Oh, man, what a fight. Oh, it looked like he almost had it, but he falls just a bit backwards. Still a great fight from Ronald Beedling. Yeah, that weight shifted back just a little too much, and when you're a high bar squatter, if that gets too far back, that could be an issue.
It's really hard to save yourself from that type of position.
Devontae Andrews putting us into the 700-pound mark. 705, 320 kilos on the bar. That's a whole lot of man. Gets himself set up. 705 on the bar for Devontae. And such a technically sound squat. Makes 700 pounds look like it's nothing. 2-to-1, the lift is good.
All 3 attempts very consistent.
Oh, yeah. And we're going to head on to George Noma. Took 310, 683 as his second attempt. And he jumps to 322 and a half, 711. Very aggressive call from George Noma, but he is such a good squatter. This will be a meet PR for him.
And George is one that can grind a squat.
He can.
So I'm definitely excited to see this one.
Little shaky coming off the rack, gets the squat command. And what a fight from George. He starts to fall back, but he saves it. And let's look at the referee's scorecard. 2-to-1, the lift is good. I cannot believe what I just saw. 711 traveling far back, and you sit under it and still finish it out. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And that's going to wrap up the squats, and we finish with a bang. 711 for George Noma, definitely the favorite for the day. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back for bench for the women's flight. We welcome you back into Edison, New Jersey, where we're going to continue with the Jersey Invitational, starting out with the benches for the women's primetime flight. Bars loaded for Jen Frondelli, 60 kilos, 132 pounds. And our chief referee, Brian Callahan, is calling a pause to the action real quick. And it looks like he ran back here to just check on the scorers table to make sure they were ready for us to resume action. And we are good to go. $132 for Jen Frondelli.
Easy opener for Jen.
Up next, we have Ismael Nunez, 67.5 kilos, 148 pounds. Bars loaded for Ismael.
This is well over her body weight.
Ismael's a paralegal for the NBA. So she spends a lot of time around some professional athletes. I'm sure that mentality helps out a lot being a power lifter. That's got to be an interesting job to have.
Yeah. Her best bench is 72.5, so she's not far off from that. Great technique there.
Yeah, big arch, lessening the range of motion, and to have the mobility to be able to do that is so impressive, and it'll definitely help the bench. And it's one thing that we spoke about in the morning session with a couple of our lifters, where you'll see that be a speedy bench, but it tapers off quickly, so you have to know your lifter very well and know what calls to make. See where the coach decides to do on the second as we head on to Kate Cohen, 72.5 kilos, 159 pounds. Great showing from her in the squats this morning.
And only 5 kilos off of her best bench.
She's coming in strong.
I think I've been seeing her training online. It's been going very well for bench.
Took a PR on squat. Bench is looking good. And she was the one to beat coming into this meet. And she continues that momentum. Camille Marin up next, 72.5 kilos, 159 pounds.
Five kilos off her best bench. You can see she's a closer grip. So long range of motion there compared to others.
3 white lights, and typically you see the lifters go with a wider grip to take advantage more of the chest, as the chest has a bigger muscle belly than the triceps do, and it also lessens the range of motion, but it's not totally uncommon to see someone go with a closer grip and have to extend at their arm more and use more of their triceps, as you see with Camille there. Helena Wu up next, 80 kilos, 176 pounds. Remember, Helena won Rising Tide last year, where she competed against Kate Cohen. We'll see if she can sneak under her one more time.
Speedy.
Yeah, nice and easy. Looks like she was checking the rack height. You can always change your rack height anytime throughout the meet. So we'll see if she makes any changes moving forward as we load the bar up to 187 pounds, 85 kilos for Jennifer Bednars.
This is 10 kilos off her best.
It's going to take some work to get there, but It's definitely well within reach. Let's see how this opener goes. She's been powerlifting on and off since 2017. She took like a 4 to 5 year hiatus between 2019 and 2024, but she's back and finding herself in the primetime session here at the Invitational.
Very good opener.
Yeah, it looks like that PR might be on the board today. Probably have to go 7.5 and then 5, see what ends up happening. Maya van der Linden up next. 85 kilos, 187 pounds. Doesn't need those blocks. So they offer blocks for the lifters because their feet have to be flat on the floor, but obviously understanding that some lifters are a little bit shorter than others and need to put something underneath their feet to extend up a little bit more. This way they can ensure that their heels are going to be down, but put the blocks down, doesn't need it for her. And that lift looks good for Maya van der Linden. 3 white lights, the lift is good. Angel Huang, who had a very great day on squats earlier. 90 kilos, 198 pounds for her opener.
Only 5 kilos off her best.
And she's just been making consistent progress. And her training has been going phenomenal. Recently competed at Raw Nationals, which was her first time competing there, and she ended up being prime time, which sometimes takes people years to reach that stage at Nationals, but she got it her first time around. Shows you what type of lifter she is.
Easy first attempt.
Yeah, just 198 flies up, 3 white lights. Could be a sneaky lifter later in the day.
Next up is Mara with 92.5.
Bars loaded for Mara Rosenfeld, 203 pounds. And she definitely will use the blocks.
Good first attempt.
Yeah, good looking opener for her.
Here we have Kimura coming in with 110 kilos, 242 pounds.
And this is some big weight. This is some big weight. $242 for her opener. Easy. Throwing around 242 like it's nothing. Marissa Ikeda Ayeki.
Very big venture here.
Yeah, 70 kilo lifter and opening up with 259 pounds. That's like almost unheard of.
I was watching her in the gym last week, just amazed watching her bench.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll turn some heads in the gym.
100%.
You look at her like, you sure you're loading up the right weight? 259 as an opener. Taking her time with the setup here, and it's so imperative that you get the right positioning on the bench, especially when you're throwing around this much weight.
Easy opener for her.
Yeah, it makes it look like nothing. 3 white lights, and she does not even look surprised. It's just another day in the office for Marissa. As we head back to the top of the flight for Jen Frondelli, 65 kilos, 143 pounds. Bars loaded for Jen. Still 45 seconds here to get the start command.
Good second attempt there.
3 white lights, and that really goes to show you how much time you truly have for the 1 minute. The 1 minute seems like such a short amount of time until you're living through it. She wraps her wrists, walks out onto the platform with 45 seconds to go, really takes her time setting up, and she still gets the lift done before the 1 minute clock is over. You have until the start command, but she gets the lift done before the clock is over. Ismael Nunez, 72.5 kilos, 159 pounds. This will match her meet PR.
Always a great sign on that second attempt.
Nice and easy. And it looks like we might have a PR in store for her today.
I can see her going another 5 kilos.
I could see that as well. Kate Cohen, 77.5 kilos, 170 pounds.
Which matches her PR.
Yeah, this will match her meet PR. She's hit 82.5 in the gym, which obviously in the gym it's completely different. You're getting your own press commands. You don't have the atmosphere of a meet. You rest as long as you want. There's so many things in the gym that are going in your favor, but to match a meet PR in her second is big, and to have 82.5 kilos in your hands in the gym proves a lot to yourself.
Pretty easy, too.
Yeah, that looks good. I think 82.5 is there. 3 white lights.
Here we have Camille also matching her best at 77.5.
You gotta love watching these lifters have a lot of fun on meet day. Camille has been smiling the entire time. You know she's enjoying herself out there.
Also easy for her.
3 white lights, the lift is good. Helena Wu, our reigning Rising Tide champ. 87.5 kilos, 192 pounds.
Easy.
Yeah, very fast second attempt. And she might have another 7.5 there.
I think so. Seems like she might be playing it safe. Her best is 95 kg.
Just thinking a possible match for her. Jennifer Bednar's 198 pounds, 90 kilos here.
Good lift for Jennifer.
3 white lights. Maya Vander Linden coming up next with 90 kilos, 198 pounds.
It's a good second attempt. I can see her maybe going 2.5.
Yeah, it slowed down a bit. I think 2.5 is a safe call. 5 would be getting pretty greedy. And when you consider missing 2 squats earlier in the meet, I think 2.5 is the right call.
Next up, we have Angel with 95 kg.
Entering into the 200s now, 209 pounds for Angel.
And this matches her best in a meet. Her bench has been going very well in training.
Yeah, I saw her one day. I think she hit 102.5 in the gym, which is so big for a 75-kilo lifter. But again, like we spoke about earlier with Kate Cohen, a little bit different between the gym and the meet day. 95 kilos for Angel.
Easy.
I mean,
I think 102 is there, but I think 100 might be the safe option.
I think 100 is the smart call there. Mara Rosenfeld.
Yep, with 97.5. She's got a very consistent bench setup, as you'll see with a lot of these lifters.
She grinds that one out there. It was a little bit of work. 3 white lights. She gets it. I don't know, judging by her face, she didn't look too happy with it.
Definitely not.
Definitely think 2.5 is the right call for her there.
She can grind a bench, so I'm excited to see what she
Oh,
ends
yeah.
up doing.
That's always the most fun, too.
Here we have Kimura with 117.5.
Kimura's going to be an exciting lifter. I mean, she tempted 501 earlier on squat. She's got 259 here. Her deadlift opener's at 385. She's throwing around some serious weight. Definitely going to be a huge lifter in this sport. And I mean, her name is built to be huge. Kimura Peak is like a superstar name. 259 on the bar. And makes 259 look like a joke, and the crowd's loving it. She's got some fans here.
Her best bench is 270, so I wouldn't be surprised that she at least matches that.
And remember, this meet is scored on a pound-for-pound scale. We take your body weight, we put it into a formula with your total, and you get a DOTS score. We're using the DOTS formula. So it is a pound-for-pound meet. And for someone like Marissa, who's a 70-kilo lifter, benching 270,
It's
I
insane.
mean, this is a true weapon for her. If she can execute on bench, that's going to put her in a great spot. And she had a pretty good squat, 177.5 earlier on squat, approaching the 400 mark.
And this was not hard at all.
2-1.
And that was a victory.
Heading on the third attempt, starting out with Jen Frondelli, 67.5 kilos, 148 pounds. adjust her belt. Remember, that's the only piece of equipment that you can adjust on the platform, so referee's definitely going to let that go.
Great third attempt.
3 white lights for Jen Frondelli. Ismael Nunez, 75 kilos, 165 pounds.
This is a 2.5 kilo PR for her. That's a great third attempt.
Oh, yeah, and she gets to have a PR with it, and great day so far. Kate Cohen, 80 kilos, 176 pounds. We mentioned before that 77.5 kilos was her meet PR. She said she's hit 82.5 in the gym, so 80 kilos a very safe call for her.
Should be pretty confident.
Yeah, and squats went well. Bench has been going well. Currently forecasted at a 533 dots just based off of her current attempts that are in. So that goes off of her third squat, this bench, and her opener deadlift. So she's in a great spot right now.
Smooth third attempt.
Yeah, she's sitting pretty in that first spot right now, and she's feeling good. Another PR, and we spoke about this before, 14 years in this sport and still just chipping away at those PRs, staying at the same body weight. That's unheard of.
It's crazy how she's able to stay at that body weight.
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline. That's someone who is married to the sport. Camille Marin, 82.5 kilos, 182 pounds.
A 5 kilo PR for her.
That's big, as her coach Kevin Rice looks on patiently. And what a fight! 2-1, the lift is good, and she's feeling it. Jennifer Bednar's up next, 92.5 kilos, 204 pounds. Three white lights, the lift is good. Bars loaded for Helena Wu, 92.5 kilos, 204 pounds.
Only 2.5 off her best, so definitely playing it safe here. But her second was not hard at all, so definitely no doubt that she'll get this. She might have had 95.
She might have had 95. That was a good attempt from Helena. Three white lights. Maya Vander Linden up next, same weight, 204 pounds. And we spoke about this in the earlier session, the ability to have a short-term memory as a lifter. You know, squats didn't go the way she wanted, couple depth calls, but so far 2 for 2 here, making the safe call on her third attempt, 92.5 kilos. 204, really keeping her head in the game. And that's something you see a lot out of these more experienced lifters like her. And great grind from Maya. And that's a great job of keeping her head in the game. Angel Huang, 100 kilos, 220 pounds. So this is a 5-kilo PR. And her trajectory just is straight up. The reigning junior national champion in the 75-kilo weight class is here to play today. As Coach Jake Karboski looks on of his young star of a lifter.
Easy third attempt for Angel.
Easy. And she's killing it so far today. Mara Rosenfeld up. 100 kilos for Mara. Mara's a great bencher.
Yeah.
56 kilo body weight.
You don't see that often at all.
No, 220 pounds.
And this matches her best.
She's done it before. Can she do it again? Oh, and unfortunately she cannot fight it out. But only 2.5 kilo jump, so she didn't lose anything on the day. 97.5 was definitely the best she had available on the day. She didn't overshoot or anything, so that was smart on her end. Kimura Peak up next, 125 kilos, gets that second red on the bar, 275 pounds.
So this is APR for her.
This is a fun team to root for, and I think the crowd knows that because you hear them screaming for her. You know, Kimura, great person. Keith, great person, and them together working as a team, coach and lifter, they're a fun team to watch. Just a little too much for Kimura today. She'll still get credit for 259 on her second attempt as we finish off the women's flight with Marissa Ikeda Ayeki. 125 kilos, 275 pounds. Taking the safe call of a 2.5 kilo jump.
Which I think there's no doubt that she gets this.
Yeah, the second didn't move bad at all. Playing the safe game. We've been in this position as coaches all the time, and it's always such a moment that makes your heart rate go up, because once you put in the call, you can't take it back, and now all you can do is watch. And in this case, Marissa smokes it. But we've been in that situation where you make a risky call and prep is over. There's nothing you could do as a coach other than watch now. And it's a gut-wrenching feeling sometimes, but Marissa makes her coach proud there. Paul Lazaro opening up with 115 kilos, 253 pounds. Handled by Adrian out of Villain.
easy first attempt for Paul.
Yeah, nice looking opener. That's how you want an opener to look. Carlo Blaquera up next. So as we head into our men's flight, let's talk numbers. So right now on Forecast, which goes by your best completed attempt or loaded attempt in currently. So for this, it will be their best squat and then their bench that they have loaded in, their deadlift loaded in. Projected in first for Dots is Peter Huang. Projected in second is George Noma, 4 points behind him. It's going to be a show. Now, Peter, nursing an injury, and we'll talk about that a little bit later when he comes in because I did catch up with him. For now, Carlo Blaquera, 270 pounds.
Which is also insane for a 67.5 lifter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very easy.
The lift is good. Joey Beerley, 130 kilos, 286 pounds. Bars loaded. Nice, easy looking opener from Joey Beerley. The lift is good. 286 on the board. Ryan Johnny up next. 336 pounds for his opener. Pretty good bench for an 82.5 kilo lifter. Right now, his forecasted dot score is 475. That's going to be very competitive later in the day. Anything that's closer to 500 is a very big dots. And remember, we still have multiple bench attempts and deadlift attempts to go. He's going to build on top of that. For now, 336 in his hands.
Very easy for him.
Yeah, it totally flies off the chest. Bench is a tricky lift because you can overshoot pretty easily. You could look at that and say, maybe he has 10 kilos more right now. But 10 kilos is an aggressive jump, and especially for an 82.5 kilo lifter, it can be tough. We'll see what strategy he ends up going with here.
Here we have Sebastian with 155 kilos.
341 pounds, and he's going to enter in through the back of the bench here.
Very good for him. Hits the rack a little bit, but he's able to push through it.
3 white lights, the lift is good. Yeah, that tends to be a common problem for a lot of lifters that clip the rack.
And it's hard to come back from.
It's very hard to come back from, so it's good that he can grind that out there. George Noma up next, projected in second place right now on forecast. 347 pounds, 157.5 kilos. Had that huge squat earlier where things looked like they were starting to get out of place, but he grinded through it.
Easy for George.
Easy looking opener for George. 3 white lights, the lift is good. One thing to pay attention with him, he had a pec injury a while back, but it still tends to affect him. And we'll see how that affects the calls that he makes and the execution moving forward. You'll see him tilt off to the side a little bit, which is common when you have a pec injury, but that opener flies for him. So we head on to Ronald Beedling, 352 pounds. Like those shoes.
Me too. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, nice powerful bench from Ron, 3 white lights. So Peter Huang, we spoke earlier about how he's a great bencher. He does have an injury though. He said it didn't affect his squats much. 363 pounds for an opener is very light for him. I asked him what the injury was. He got bit by a dog on his hand, and it's very swollen. So he's not sure how it's going to affect his bench, but like when he told me an injury, I was expecting, something lower back, which is typical for a powerlifter, but he got bit by a dog pretty bad.
And any sort of hand injury affects usually all 3 lifts, being able to grab that bar and stay tight. Still fairly easy for him.
Yeah, fairly easy, a little shaky, and like we said, we expect a lot out of Peter. I mean, Peter's benched 440 pounds before,
Yeah.
so we expect more, but I mean, even for a 75-kilo lifter, that's a
Still
great bench.
insane.
I mean, this guy is very talented and still within the running for the first place because he just had that big of a lead coming into this meet.
I wonder how it'll affect him on deadlifts.
Yeah. He's a hook grip puller.
Not sure.
We'll find out. It was near his thumb that he got bit.
Oh, so that'll definitely
Towards
affect
the
that.
base of the metacarpal. So Devraj Roy, 170 kilos, 374 pounds.
He's got some great technique.
Yeah, Devraj, the powerlifting professor, also a PT, I believe. Devin Tran, 177 and a half, 391 pounds. Remember, Devin earlier on squat missed his second on strength, came back and reattempted on his third and hit it. Took a grind, but he grinded right through it, which something that you expect when you miss a second on strength. It's going to be hard on that third, but got through it. 177 for his bench opener. Definitely.
His best is 200. So I wonder if he'll make bigger jumps.
Oh, yeah. 3 white lights. Ronaldo Robinson opening up with 396.
Very controlled.
Yeah, very controlled, very smooth. The lift is good. 3 white lights. Devontae Andrews closing out the flight with 407 pounds, bars loaded for our 125-kilo lifter. Squatted 705 earlier. .185 moves good for Devontae, and the lift is good. Back to the top of the flight for second attempt, starting out with Paul Lazaro, 122 and a half kilos, 270 pounds. 2.5 kilos below his best bench in a meet. Says he wants to give a shout out to his cousin Armin watching at home. A lot of times you see these powerlifters came from other sports. A lot of football players, a lot of soccer players. Paul Lazaro used to compete in Taekwondo. Three white lights, the lift is good. Carlo Blaquera coming up, 286 pounds, 130 kilos. He's handled today by Kirsten Kouase, who was also handling in the morning. Chef Curry, as they like to call her. This matches his best bench in a meet, so we might see something nice out of him on the third attempt. Ooh, what do you see there?
Definitely up and down, so
Yeah.
you'll probably see a blue card there.
Yeah, three blues. Yeah, that still has a third attempt to get it on the board. As we head on to Joey Beerley, and something we spoke about with him in his squats, big jumps from 1 to 2. So 10-kilo jump doesn't sound like a lot, but for a 75-kilo lifter on a bench, that's a good amount. 308 pounds, 140 kilos for Joey.
Still pretty smooth.
Yeah, smooth, slowed down a bit, but still smooth.
I'd say maybe 5 kilos on that next one.
Yeah, I agree. Sebastian Santa Cruz coming up, taking a 7.5-kilo jump from his opener, 358 pounds.
Pretty smooth second attempt.
Yeah, he gets the 3 white lights. He's looking good so far. Ryan Gianni up next. 358 pounds, 162.5 kilos. So you're going to see some of these lifters get liftoffs. You're going to see some of these lifters not get liftoffs. It's really up to the preference of the lifter, but it always has to be that back spotter that gives it to him. It can't be someone that's going to help you get it off the rack. Can't be your own guys. As Ryan Gianni gets 3 white lights there. Heading on to Ronald Beedling, 167.5, 369 pounds. Bars loaded for him. Had a pretty good day on squats. Hit 661. He had to fight it out with 689 and unfortunately missed it towards the end.
But still very close.
Very close. 369. The lift is good.
I don't see any more than 5 kilos, but I think 2.5 would also be smart.
Bars loaded for George Noma, 369 pounds. So George is 3 dots points off of Peter for the first place spot. Peter took a pretty good jump from his second. George took a 10-kilo jump from his second. That's a big jump. So we'll see if it pays off here. But we're going to see a pretty good battle between these two. Really just depends on how Peter's hand holds up.
And it looks like that is very easy for George.
Yeah, George's bench flies there. You saw a little bit of that tilt that we were talking about, but no issue. 3 white lights. Peter Huang, 172.5 kilos, 380 pounds. Yeah, Peter is not used to losing.
No.
He's been on a pretty hot streak recently. National champion, Pro Series champion, Rising Tide champion. Been pound for pound the best in the USAPL. Facing some adversity with the hand injury and still smokes 380. We know he has the strength for it. Can the hand hold up? 3 white lights for him. And that's going to set the stage for the battle today. $175 kilos for Devraj Roy, 385 pounds.
This is 385 pounds, a 5-kilo jump from the first. It's a good grind.
Yeah, great fight from Devraj there. 3 white lights, don't expect much more.
It looks like he signaled that he wants to scratch his third.
Yeah, that might be the right choice. I don't think you could squeeze much more out of it. We'll see what they decide to do.
Here we have Ronaldo doing 187.5, 7.5-kilo jump from his first.
413, big
Shouldn't
weight.
be a struggle.
A little bit of a fight there.
Looks like it went up and down.
Yeah,
He still
he
gets
gets
the
the 2-to-1, so the blue card is for up and down. So it looks like one side it was just uneven. I don't think it actually went back down.
Here we have Devin Tran making a 12.5-kilo jump, which is pretty big for bench, but his best in a meet is 440 pounds, so looks like he's getting closer to that range.
Yeah, 419 here.
And he might have around 440.
Yeah, it looks pretty smooth. 440 would be tough, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't count it out yet. We'll see what he decides to do as he heads to the scores table now to put in his next attempt. As we finish up second attempts with Devontae Andrews, 430 pounds, 195 kilos. Gets it up, looks good. 3 white lights for Devontae. What do you think there? What are you calling there? 5 kilos?
I think so.
Yeah, a little bit of a struggle.
Not too familiar with him, so I'm not sure if he can guard a bench or not, but I think 5 kilos is definitely safe.
And we're going to head on to third attempts, starting out with Paul Lazaro. Bars loaded, 127.5 kilos, 281 pounds. $2.5 kilo PR for him.
That's a great call on the third attempt.
Yeah, it looked about perfect. 3 white lights, the lift is good. Carlo Blaquera, remember, he missed his second attempt on an up and down call. Still decided to go up 2.5 kilos, 132.5 kilos, 292 pounds. So this would be a 2.5 kilo PR for him. See if he can keep it under control here.
Great third attempt.
Yeah, kept it in check there, made it move very smooth. No blue card this time, all whites going around.
Definitely lost tightness on that second one because that one moved way better.
Yeah, and the second one, it moved great off the chest. It just got a little out of position. Joe barely making a 5 kilo jump, which is about what we said he should take. 319 pounds. Gotta fight it out. It's moving. Oh, I thought he was gonna get that one. It was
close.
consistently going. It didn't seem to slow down until the end. Fortunately, can't get it on the board.
Stay out of Joey! Stay out of Joey! Stay out of Joey!
Sebastian Santa Cruz with 170 kilos, 374 pounds here. Bars loaded for Sebastian. And nice looking third attempt from Sebastian. The lift is good, 3 white lights.
Great call from his coach.
Oh yeah. Ryan Gianni, 170 kilos, 374 pounds. Nice looking third attempt. Never in doubt, 3 white lights. Ronald Beedling up next. 172.5, 380 pounds. Still under his best bench. He's playing it safe. 7.5 kilo jump from his, or I'm sorry, 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
It's a good grind.
Yeah, good grind, very smooth bench. 3 white lights. George Noma taking a 5 kilo jump from his second. 380 pounds, 172 kilos. It's a big bench for a 90 kilo lifter.
Definitely a meet PR for him.
Remember, one thing to pay attention to is that right pec that he struggled with for a bit. You're going to see a little bit of lean towards the top end. It can go up uneven. It just can't go back down.
But it looks like it was easy.
There you go. Locks it out. 3 white lights. And now all the pressure here is on Peter Huang. 180 kilos, taking a 7.5 kilo jump. 396 pounds. We know he's capable of well over 400. But he does have that hand issue going on. Needs to lock this in to remain in first place on forecast. George Noma puts the pressure on. Can Peter answer?
Great grind from Peter.
Good fight. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights. And that just shows us what the vet can do.
So deadlift should be very interesting
Oh,
between
yeah.
those two because they're both great at deadlifting.
And we're separated by 3 points going into deadlifts now. Both of these guys showing out, giving us a show. Gonna be a big day.
We have Ronaldo here jumping 2.5 kilos.
Ronaldo, a big contender for that 3rd place spot right now. .419 moving.
Looking better than his second.
And the lift is good. Down to our final 2 lifters for the bench this afternoon. Devin Tran up first. 441 pounds, 200 kilos.
Matching his best.
Big jumps for Devin. 12.5 and then 10. Gonna have to fight it out, but unfortunately not gonna be there for Devin Tran today. And closing up our benches, we have Devontae Andrews, same weight, 441 pounds, 200 kilos. slow descent here. Slowly but surely on the way up. And he gets 3 white lights, and the lift is good. And that concludes our benches for our primetime session. We're going to take a 10-minute break and then get on to deadlifts. Stick with us because we got some drama coming up. Tight battles going on. Don't leave those. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Edison, New Jersey as the Jersey Invitational starts coming to a close. We're going to start deadlifts here just any second now. To keep you updated, Kate Cohen is pretty strongly in the lead here with a forecasted dots of 533. Could be some shaking up within the second and third spots, maybe even the fourth spot sneaking in there. Remember, our payouts for first place, $1,350. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $700. A lot of money on the line today. Bars loaded for Ismael Nunez, 135 kilos, 297 pounds for her opener.
Easy, and that's more than double her body weight.
Wild for an opener. Remember, one command in the deadlift. These lifters can start whenever they are ready. Once they get it locked out, they'll get the down command with a drop of the hand from the chief referee. Heading on to Jen Frondelli, 150 kilos, 330 pounds. Bars loaded for Jen. She said she wants to give a shout out to her brother and his fiance who are getting married this weekend. Big shout out from Jen. 330 pounds on the bar.
Her technique is just great.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want a sumo pull to look, and the lockout is just phenomenal. A lot of times you see some instability at the top with the sumo deadlift, but she was just so locked in there. Marissa Ikeda Ayeki, forecasted score at 462. Could sneak into that top three spot. 352 pounds on the bar for her opener, 160 kilos.
Easy opener.
Moving on to Mara Rosenfeld, 162.5 kilos, 358 pounds.
And this is 15 kilos off her best, so we're definitely in PR territory here.
Mara projected at 474.5 dots. It's going to be a close battle for that third spot, or that second and third spot. We're going to see some changes in that third attempt deadlift. Remember, can't change any attempt once it's put in except for your third attempt deadlift. She rips that one off the floor with a smile on her face. 3 white lights. She must be feeling good. It's a good sign when you're in a battle. Maya Vander Linden up next, 165 kilos, 363 pounds. Bars loaded for Maya. Good looking opener, 3 white lights for Maya.
Next up we have Jennifer with 167.5. 10 kilos off her best.
Jennifer currently forecasted second behind Kate Cohen. Looks like Kate Cohen's going to run away with that first place spot. She's projected 533 dots. Jennifer projected 486. Remember, we still have payouts for second and third. Big difference between second and third. $300 difference, and really just the glory. So Jennifer Bednarz, as you see our forecasted standings right there.
Extremely easy opener.
And puts herself in a great position.
She might be on her second one.
Camille Marin, 374 pounds for her opener.
And she's opening with her meet PR.
It's always a good sign. Prep must have went very well.
Very easy.
Yeah, matches her meet PR. Angel Huang, 175 kilos, 385 pounds on the bar. He's had a phenomenal day so far, 6 for 6, all white lights. Very cool, calm, and collected. Her best pull is 190 kilos, so we could see a PR coming up soon once we get to her third attempt. Nice, easy-looking opener.
Her technique has also gotten way better.
Oh, yeah.
It was never bad, but it's just almost perfect now.
Kimura Peak, 385 pounds for her deadlift opener.
Good lift for Kimura.
Up next, we have Helena Wu. 413 pounds for her opener. Successful attempt will give her a 483 dots.
Which is crazy for a 60 kilo lifter.
Put her just behind Jennifer Bednarz, who has 486 currently.
Wow.
Very easy. And that second place prize is looking wide open. It could be any of these girls. As we bring on Kate Cohen, 52 kilo lifter, closing out the flight for deadlifts. 424 pounds. Sitting comfortably in that first spot. All she has to do is get a lift on the board, and this meet should be hers. If successful, it will be a 533 dot score.
Moving great as an opener.
And the lift is good, and barring something unforeseen, Kate Cohen should be walking out of here with that first place prize. All she has to do is execute, but even then, 533, that's hard to beat. Back to the top of the flight with Ismael Nunez. (142.5 kilos, 314 pounds.
easy second attempt.
She's having a great day so far. Hasn't missed a lift yet. Jen Frondelli, 363 pounds.
Jumping 15 kilos as a 48 kg lifter, which is very impressive. Might have moved the same as our opener.
It's moving good. It's looking good. Marissa Ikeda Ayeki, definitely in contention for that second or third spot. Currently sitting with a 475 dots. This would jump her to 485. Currently in first place, or second place, is Jennifer Bednars with 486. Let's put her right behind her.
170 looking easy.
3 white lights, the lift is good.
We have 172.5 for Mara here.
Currently sitting with 474 dots. This would jump her up to 486.2. Jennifer Bednars has 486.3. It's a tight race here. This will jump her ahead of Marissa, but just behind Jennifer.
Little bit of a grind off the floor, but smooth lockout.
Takes some work and she gets it done. 486.289 for Mara Rosenfeld. Mara currently sitting in third place. Maya Vander Linden up next. 385 pounds, 175 kilos.
That's a good grind from Maya.
3 white lights, the lift is good. Jennifer Bednars with a currently 486.339. This would extend her to 497. Currently in second place. Helena Wu will come up later in the flight. Remember, your forecasted standings of what you're seeing is currently what they have loaded into lifting cast. £391. The lift is good, and that brings her to 497.591.
Here we have Camille with 180 kilos, which is a 10 kilo PR for her.
It's a big PR, especially on the second. Very impressive. 396 pounds, approaching that 400 mark for Camille.
Very consistent setup, and that lockout is just very speedy. Next up, we have Kimura with 182.5. That is 402 pounds.
To break that 400 mark, let's see it, Kimura.
Easy second attempt.
Lift is good for Kimura Peak. Angel Huang up next. 407 pounds for her second attempt. Remember, her best in a meet is 192.5. Another 10-kilo jump will put her right there. No, her best in a meet is 190. 192.5 would be a meet PR.
Looked good from Angel.
Up next, Kate Cohen. You know, we spoke about her earlier. National champion, reigning national champion. Been in the federation for 14 years. Competed at Rising Tide last year. Didn't have the showing she wanted. Got beat there. From there, that's when she becomes a national champion. That's when she returns a New Jersey Invitational. And now, totally out of reach from everybody else. Showing everyone she's not here to go. This is her throne, and she sits on it. 200 kilos, 441 pounds. And that will give her a 542.7 dots. Well out of reach of everybody else. Now on to Helena Wu. If successful, this will put her into second place. Currently in fifth. She took a huge jump from her first to her second. 17.5 kilos will put her just into second place. Jennifer Bednar is currently in second place, 497.519 dots. This would give Helen a 503.209.
So another person breaking into that 500.
So remember, we can see some changes on the thirds.
Still pretty easy.
That goes up. That gives her 503.209. Currently, Jennifer has a weight that would put her at 503.11. She would have to go up to out-jump her to get into second place. I think it's a no-brainer to jump up. So currently, Jennifer has 182.5 in. She would need to go a full 185. Ismael Nunez, 147.5, 325 pounds.
That's a good grind.
Great fight, and she lets out a smile. And a perfect day. 9 for 9, 27 for 27 on lights. That's how you draw it up.
Next up, we have Marissa with 177.5.
So put Marissa into fourth place if successful. So just off the podium, but still an amazing day from her. Great showing. 8 for 8 so far. Saw an incredible bench from her. 391 pounds to finish off the day. Very smooth lift. 2-1, the lift is good. Second place. Interesting to see. She has until they call bars loaded for her, but no movement yet.
Here we have Jen with 177.5. Looks like it's just not there today, but she had a great meet regardless.
Yeah. Up until that point, she was 8 for 8, hadn't gotten the light yet, so sometimes you let it fly on the deadlift on that last attempt. Can't blame her for trying that one. Still a great day. Mara Rosenfeld up next. 180 kilos, 396 pounds.
This is a 2.5 kilo PR for her.
Still haven't seen that change from Jennifer Bednar's. Currently forecasted in third. All she has to do is go up 2.5 kilos, but once they call bars loaded for her, she cannot make that change again. But she needs to make a change to jump Helena Wu to make Helena have to pull her third. As Mara Rosenfeld grinds through this. Wow! Oh!
So close.
She fought through 2 sticking points there. That was a great fight from Mara. You got to give it to her. That was incredible. Incredible. As Jennifer Bednar's is coming up next, still don't see a change. And the bar's loaded. She's going to stick with 182.5. She sits pretty comfortably in that second spot, or in that third spot. .402 pounds, 182.5 kilos. And the lift is good. She'll be walking out of here with a $700 prize in third place, barring a big jump from one of these other competitors. Maya Vander Linden.
A lot of these lifters lifting over 400. Very impressive, especially at these body weights.
402 pounds.
Give a round of applause.
Angel Huang loading up 190 kilos, 419 pounds. This would match her best in a meet. Incredible day from Angel so far. Setting PRs on her squat and her bench, and then potentially matching one on her deadlift shortly after competing not too long ago. And you hear the crowd getting into it. .419 for Angel Huang out of Hammer Forge Strength. Easy money. And a perfect 9 for 9 day from Angel Huang. She had a great press. She's feeling great. Kimura peak. 419 pounds. Kimura's had herself a day.
Very close to her personal best. definitely had more than Tig there.
Oh, yeah. 3 white lights. Oh, careful there. As handshakes go around, thanking our referees. Very classy move. Camille Marin, oh, she can't wait to get out there. 419 pounds.
Just stacking on kilos to that PR on her opener. Super close grind there.
Yeah, she still had a great day. She's been smiles all day. That's the type of lifter that you like to see out there on the platform having fun. As we come to our Jersey Invitational champion, even before she pulls this. Kate Cohen, she's the queen. It's her throne. 549 dots if successful. Just completely out of reach.
This is what you're waiting for. 200.
Incredible weight, 452 pounds for the 52-kilo lifter. Just absolutely incredible. We said from the beginning, it's her meet. She just has to execute, and that's exactly what she did. Through 8 attempts, she locks up the meet. Really, through 7 attempts, she locked up the meet, and this is just to add on. Oh, and just a little too much. And she's still all smiles because she knows what she came out here and did today. Incredible meet, and she's walking out of here with $1,350. And Helena Wu sitting in second place. Nobody can outjump her as she's the last in this flight.
This will be a 5-kilo PR for her also.
5-kilo PR, and it will give her 519 dots.
And this is 485 pounds.
Oh, and she doesn't get it there, but she still sits in second place. And, you know, it really begs the question, what would have happened if Jennifer Bednarz jumped up that extra 2.5 kilos? Because Helena wouldn't have had to pull that much, so she would have went a little bit lighter, but it still forces her hand, you know, and with Helena failing that last one, everything is up for question. You know, it's those little decisions in meets that could be the difference. And in this case, could have been the difference between $300 and realistically that second place spot, which there's a lot of glory there as well. There's bragging rights as well as the money. Still some drama from the men's flight. Here to go, starting out with Carlo Blaquera. Opening up with over 500 pounds, and he's first in the flight, meaning you're not going to see a single lift below 500 from all these men. Masterclass lifting here. Easy money.
Now we have Paul doing 245, which is 540 pounds. Which is only around 20 pounds off of his personal best. Great sumo form here.
Yeah, that was snappy. 2-1, the lift is good. So just give you an update on where our forecasted standings are for the men here. Forecasted in first place is Peter Huang, and we spoke about how he's ran the USAPL for a while. He's been the guy. Right behind him is George Noma. Peter Huang has 433 for forecasted. George Noma has 427 forecasted. So 6 points behind him. A lot of shaking up to go. George Noma is the stronger puller, so he will come after Peter, which means he has final say. For now, Ronald Beedling, 462 pounds, 255 kilos.
Easy conventional pull.
3 white lights, the lift is good. Bars loaded for Sebastian Santa Cruz, 255 kilos, 562 pounds.
That was a great slack pull. That popped right off the ground.
Oh, yeah. Devraj Roy, the powerlifting professor, 265 kilos, 584 pounds. Yeah, he's got such nice positioning on the bar. 3 white lights. The lift is good. Ryan Johnny, 589 pounds, 267.5 kilos. Just take a look at our forecasted standings. Peter Huang forecasted him first with 533. George Noma 5.09 behind him. Ronaldo Robinson 36.45 behind him. So it might actually be a shakeup for third place as well, as we see Robinson and Devraj Roy right next to each other.
Next up, we have Joe Beerley at 275, which is 606 pounds.
Be nice to see Joey Beerley get back into that 500 dots. He's had such a long couple of years, you know. Got hurt at Memphis Nationals, didn't even finish the meet. And that's something you never want to see. Very good puller. He's pulled in the 700s before. I believe he used to be a sumo puller, right?
Not sure. I always remembered his close conventional. It always stood out to me.
606, the lift is good. Yeah, but you love the comeback story. I mean, going that long without competing for someone who loves to compete always hurts a little bit more. But now he's back. Devin Tran up next, 628 pounds, 285 kilos.
Good first attempt for Devin. Next up, we have Peter with 287.5.
So, big thing to pay attention to is the grip. He did get bit on his hand by a dog, and that's the injury that he's dealing with right now. Sitting in first place with a forecasted dots of 533, he needs this to lock that number in. Crowd's getting into it. Oh, no.
We'll see if his grip can hold up for that on the second attempt.
Yeah, and you never want to see that on the opener. You at least want to see him stay in the meat. And he pulls on the smooth, too, so that doesn't help him.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like
just
it
slipped
could
out at the end. And that leaves the door open for George Noma. All he's got to do is really just execute. Devontae Andrews, 290 kilos, 639 pounds. Not only does that change things for first and second, but it could change things for third. If Peter can't stay in the meet, people are going to get bumped up. 307.5 for Ronaldo Robinson. This would currently put him in forecasted into third.
He looks like he's built for deadlift.
678 pounds, 307.5 kilos. Very snappy. Up next, we have George Noma opening up with 694 pounds, closing out the flight. This would put him at a 527.94 dots. He's got to know how important this is with Peter Huang not having the best day. So you see Peter Huang forecasted at 433, but he has to get a lift on the board. George Noma would be 5.09 dots behind him if Peter's second is successful. He just needs to climb up. And that was easy. George Noma puts it on the board, 694 pounds. And you feel like he can taste that first place already.
We are back to the beginning of the lineup with Carlo with 240 kilos.
Here's Carlo Bonero, 240 kilos, 129 pounds.
Around 25 off of his best, so we might see that on the third, depending on how this goes.
Good looking lift there, and 3 white lights. The lift is good for Carlo. Paul Lazaro up next, 573 pounds, 260 kilos.
And this is a PR for him. Not too much harder than his first attempt.
3 white lights. The lift is good. Ronald Beedling with 484 pounds, 265 kilos, taking a 10-kilo jump from his opener.
Bar is loaded for Ronald Beedling, 265 kilos, second
good attempt for Iran.
Sebastian Santa Cruz coming up with 600 pounds, bars loaded.
Pretty fast second attempt for him.
Yeah, and the lift is good. So as the standings currently sit, it's George Noma in first, Ronaldo Robinson in second, and Ryan Johnny in third. This successful attempt will put Ryan Johnny in front of Ronaldo Robinson. Now, Ronaldo Robinson pulls later in the flight, so he still has a chance to answer. Remember, Peter Huang does not have a lift on the board yet. He needs a lift on the board to stay in the meet. If he does, he'll be just behind George Noma. But until he gets a lift on the board, he does not have a total register. This would put him ahead of Ronaldo Robinson for the time being until Ronaldo pulls later. Currently has 487.303.
Easy.
And that gives him 497.71, putting him ahead of Ronaldo Robinson, who currently has 496.57. This is the most important lift that he's probably had in a while. He's not used to losing. He's been on a tear, but remember, he's got that hand injury. And you see him peek at it on his way out there. It's definitely within his head there. 287.5 kilos, 633 pounds. This would put him just behind. This would put him ahead of George for the time being, but George's pull later will put him just behind him, if successful. Needs to hold on to the grip. Looks a little tough at the top. Let's see what the judges say. 2-1, no good. No jury here. This call stands regardless. Let's see. They called him for either an up and down or supporting with the quads.
Looks like up and down.
Definitely an up and down there. Now, the ball is in George Noma's court. Joey Beerley, 639 pounds, 290 kilos. Currently has a 472.18 dots. This would give him 483.04.
Nice and smooth lift for him. Next
Bars
up, we
load.
have 290. This is 639 pounds again.
This would put him in fourth place with a 495 dots. Third place has 497, so a couple misses, a couple changes on third attempts. He could find himself sneaking onto that podium, especially with Peter Huang looking like he really can't hold on to the deadlift right. Also the question for Peter, you get to the end, George has a very good total on. Do you pull for first or do you pull to get on the podium?
I'd say on the podium. I would just want to stay in the meet at that point.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to be talking about. I love the all or nothing approach, but I agree. I think you need to get on the podium. Or I think you need to get in the meet. 3 white lights. Devin Tran up next. This would give Devin Tran a 490 dots. And this is really where you see those missed lifts start to hurt because Devin Tran currently in 5th place. You know, you see a made attempt or a made third attempt on squat or lower on bench. You gain 5 kilos there. You could be in 4th or 3rd. This is like what we were talking about earlier, those little differences, especially in a dots-based meet where you're competing against so many people, could be the difference. He's a good puller, so I definitely see him loading up for what he needs as he fights this one out.
It's a good grind.
Yeah, that's way to stay with it from Devin.
I wonder how much he'll add to that.
Vontae Andrews up next. Big total from this guy. 810 currently. 825 would be his total for 474 dots. 672 pounds on the bar, 305 kilos.
Smooth lockout.
The lift is good, and this next lift for George Noma holds more significance than you think. So if Peter's last attempt was successful, it'll give him a 433 dots. Now, it was an easy attempt. He just had that up and down. So this will put him just ahead of Peter. If he can exhibit that he has the strength for this, that could potentially lock up that first. But, you know, any sort of wobble, Peter can't go down. So he has to hit 533 at minimum. He needs to put the pressure on here. That opener looked great. Only a 10-kilo jump, which is very conservative. You have to think this is intentional by Coach Jake Karboski. He knows what he's doing. He's been through this. He's just jumping just enough ahead of Peter Huang, so he has a decision to make on his third. Oh, no. And it doesn't go for George. Now, the ball is in Peter Huang's court because you move up another 2.5 kilos, and George has already exhibited that 434 dots is pretty tough for him. So Peter moves up, and he puts the pressure on George. Because Peter will have for around 536. A lot to go on. First, let's get to Ronaldo Robinson because there's some drama with him, too. This would jump him back into second place. Remember, Peter does not have a deadlift registered. That bumps him back into second place in front of Ryan Johnny. That gives him a 508 dots. Ryan Johnny currently forecasted for 504. He's going to need to bump up to 297.5, I believe, if my math is correct on the dots. The dots get a little tricky because it is a formula. But we'll find out what Ryan Johnny wants to do. Because remember, if Peter is unsuccessful, that's a second place prize. Remember, third place still gets paid out. But if Peter is successful, that'll bump Ryan off the podium. Ryan does pull after Peter, so he has a decision up until then.
And this is a PR for Carlo here.
255 kilos, 529 pounds. Carlo for a 480 dots. And we know he can fight. Oh, just can't get it. Still a great day from him. Very strong lifter, very young lifter in the sport. A lot to go. We've seen a lot of good things out of Carlo. The trajectory has been up. I can only imagine it'll stay that way. Paul Lazaro up next with 600 pounds, trying to enter the 600-pound club.
This is a big PR for him.
His previous PR was 562. Oh, it looks like he got a little bit of a pec strain there, maybe. Hope it's just a strain, nothing serious like a tear. Didn't look like he was in too much pain. 606 for Ronald Beedling.
Only 6 pounds off his best.
He's had a solid meet. You know, he had one missed lift. It was his third squat, and even then, it was
very close.
it was right there. It was right there. Almost had me out of my seat. The lift is good, 2-1, and that's an 8 for 9 day for Ronald. That's an 8. Sebastian Santa Cruz up next. Barslow. 287.5 kilos, 634 pounds.
Santa Cruz, 287.5 kilos, 633 pounds.
No lift for Sebastian Santa Cruz. Up next, we have Peter Huang. He needs this to stay in the meet. This would currently put him in first place. George Noma still has an opportunity to outpull him, but as it stands, it's an all or nothing pull. Bars loaded for Peter Huang, 287 pounds. This is the difference between $1,300 and zero. All or nothing. He showed us he has the strength. He just needs to control it. He's owned the USAPL for the past couple years. Does he have one more special moment in him? Locks it out, and we got some drama here at the end as all the pressure goes to George Noma. Now, that causes some drama for second and third as well. Third and fourth. Ryan Johnny should change here and go heavier, because that would currently put him in third. Currently, this would pull him into fourth. Let's see if he's thinking about the podium.
It looked like he was thinking about it, but I don't think he wants to.
No. All right. Ronaldo Robinson sits pretty comfortable in the second. Ryan Johnny, 292.5. He's had a perfect day. It looks like he's here to put up just a good total, which is also respectable as well. 500 dots this would give him. That's a huge milestone in someone's powerlifting career. Hasn't missed a lift yet. Hasn't even gotten a red light.
Pretty easy, too.
3 white lights, 27 for 27. Perfect day. You can't draw it up any better. Devin Tran up next.
Only 5 kilo jump from his second. It was a little bit hard off the floor. So we'll see if this one can come up. This is 20 pounds off his personal best, so he should be confident going into it. He can really grind a deadlift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that second one was a lot of work, and this one almost looked easier.
Takes
661.
a lot of hamstring strength. We have Joe Beerley also going for 300 kilos.
This would give him a 490.27 dots.
And this is only 20 below his personal best, which is great from coming back from an injury.
Devraj Roy, 672 pounds, 305 kilos. Bars loaded for Devraj Roy, the powerlifting professor.
Very calm and confident going up to the bar.
He's a great deadlifter. You see the position he gets into. It's obviously something he's worked on very hard. He just knows the exact spot he needs to get to. Fortunately, that one's just a little too much weight for him. Devontae Andrews, he's had a great day. Squatted 705, benched 441, and capping it off with a 694 deadlift. Hasn't missed a lift yet.
We got 3 pulls left, 3 pulls. 5 for first place. Devontae Andrews, 694 pounds.
And no good for Devontae Andrews. And we head on to George Noma, 325 kilos, 716 pounds. He missed it on his second, but this is exactly why a coach like Jake Karboski loaded this up on the second, because he knew it would be available again on the third, given that Peter Huang hits his second. This is the powerlifter's buzzer beater. This is for first place. It's what every powerlifter dreams of. For the win, 716 pounds. Peter Huang currently in first place with 533. If successful, this will give George Noma 534. This is what you've come here for. Everybody in the crowd is on their feet as their coaches wait anxiously. George Noma gets it to the top and locks it out. And 3 white lights. The lift is good. And he's walking out of here with $1,350, the first place prize. What a way to stay in this meet. And now the show is not over. Ronaldo Robinson.
This is 760 pounds.
760. Sitting comfortably in third place. Nobody can outpull him. This is just to add to the total. Our heaviest lift of the meet. And if you weren't excited before, get excited now. 760 pounds for a 100-kilo lifter. And he locks it out. And the lift is good. What a meet we were treated to. Drama in the women's session. Drama in the men's session. Ending with a 760-pound deadlift. A battle for first place. A battle for all the money. As we look back at our standings, Kate Cohen had an incredible day, really showing us who she is and why she comes out here. 542.7 dots. In second place, Helena Wu, 503.21. and just shortly behind Jennifer Bednar's 5:03.11. The men's session, even more dramatic. George Noma on his last pull pulls in the first, 5:34.46, just over 1 point above Peter Huang, who hit 5:33.03. Just behind him, Ronaldo Robinson, finishing with a 760-pound deadlift, 5:19.85. And thank you for tuning in